So yeah, hello, this is Michael from Team Ragnarok, and yeah, I'm just here with a little report slash deck list from YCS to why am I saying Toronto? YCS Bochum in Germany, the first ever YCS to be in Europe and not just for Americans. It was really a lot of fun. The biggest tournament we have in Denmark has been 130 people, and YCS had 1279, I believe. So yeah, it was a really big event, and yeah, overall we had a really good time. None from our team topped. No Danish man topped, but we had one called Peter Gomez. He had a feature match, he had a feature deck, he played Elemental Hero, and yeah, big shout out to him, that was really amazing. He was one match from getting the top 32, so really good job from him. So yeah. So yeah. This is YCS in Bochum, and there's 1,200 people, I believe.
1,300 actually.
Yeah, 1,300. I went with a zombie deck. It is more or less just a rip-off from Philly Ricken, the zombie deck from Duelist Grounds. I made, I think, 2 card changes, but yeah, with no further ado, here is the deck. So first, we got the zombie lineup. Yeah. 3 Goblin Zombie, 2 Zombie Master, 1 Speed Reaver, 1 Mizuki, and 1 Plague Spreader. The thing about the deck is I don't run full Spoil. I think it's -1 doesn't help the deck. It's very advantage based. Goblin Zombie is so important. You rarely get to use more than 1 or 2, but having 3, make sure you get it early on as fast as possible, because Goblin Zombie is just the advantage generator. It worked really well. So yeah, that's the zombie lineup. I will get back to a little more. I used the Raikou engine with Mega Hamster, Raikou Milt, sometimes Goblin Zombie or Plague Spreader or whatever. If I could just mill any one zombie, I would be going. Also, Super Nimble is a high defender, so really these cards are also all about advantage and control. I could use Raikou to destroy the monsters, destroy the back row. If it survived, I could tribute it later or synchro with it. We got the random Sangan, Gale to fuse with Goblin Zombie for Armor Master, did that a lot. Card Trooper just to mill and gain advantage when destroyed. The most important aspect, this is a proxy because I lent one and I had to give it back. But yeah, the most important part of the deck is triple Kaias. This is amazing. I cannot stress this enough. The deck is all about keeping your monsters on the field for you to tribute for Kaias. Either Raikou, destroy whatever, the back row of the monster, then tribute to Kaias to remove a monster. Or keep your Goblin Zombies alive, your Mega Hamster after you use this effect, tribute it. Tributing Goblin Zombie or Sangan gets you a lot of advantage because you can search for whatever you need in the deck. And also, even if your monsters are destroyed, there's a lot of revival to get your Goblin Zombies on the field to tribute for Kaias. It worked really amazing. Triple Kaias for the win. Then the random Gauss. Yeah, gotta have Gauss. And Dagon Dragon. I use this a lot. Usually I only got +1 because of bottomless, but that wasn't usually enough to win me the game. That's a monster lineup. You got the spells. Philly. Used 3 Book of Moons. I didn't like 3, so I only went with 2. 2 MST. Yeah, it's still good. 1 Boreal. Also a card I learned and had to get back. 2 Book of Life. Book of Life is so amazing. Book of Life you can bring back Goblin Zombie or Zombie Master or even Synchros. And then you remove your opponent's 3/1 frags. For Frag Monarch you remove your opponent's standard lines, you remove just everything you need. It's almost a +1 in itself, just because usually removing cards from your opponent's graveyards kind of generates advantage and control. So Book of Life, really good card. I only run 2 because sometimes, rarely though, but sometimes it was a dead draw because my opponent didn't have anything in the grave, or I didn't have any zombies because of unlucky Riker mills, or just didn't draw them. So yeah, 1 Giant Trunade, and there's no Cold Wave in here because most of my pushes relies on Book of Life and Boreal and so forth. So Giant Trunade, if I wanna push for an OTK, I use that one. Lure of Darkness, just draw power. And then Dark Monster Reborn, just stables. And the thing, I think I will remove Boreal from different dimension because I didn't really use it that often. Usually I didn't need to use Mizuki more than once per duel. Sometimes I didn't even get to use him because I won before that. It was usually just a dead draw. Once I was using Dark Arm and got 3 extra destructions from it, but I was already winning that game, so it didn't really matter. For the trap lineup, 2 bottomless, Torrential and Mirror Force, just stables. 1 Solemn Warning. I didn't have more than 1, so it was really hard to get. But it worked amazingly. I used against a Gladiator Beast player. In both Duel 1, Duel 2, I used Solemn Warning on his Gusaris, and his face, it was priceless. Solemn Judgment, gotta have it. Call of the Haunted, very underrated card. A lot of people don't see the potential of this card, but in this deck also it's very good, because even if my opponent MST'd or whatever, you can just, chain it, get Goblin Zombie, get Sangan, or get Card Trooper, and you get back a card. You get a +1 because your opponent just wasted his MST. Also, I used Call of the Haunted, brought back Goblin Zombie, used Giant Trunade to clear the field, got something off of Goblin Zombie, and I could reset it next turn. So a lot of funny things you can do. 1D Dimensional Prison. My opponent really didn't see it coming very often, but it didn't really help me that much either. If possible, I would like to maybe change this into Solemn Warning, but then again, the heavy life points, people are taking advantage of the fact that you pay a lot of life for Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, and really, once I lost purely just to Magical Cylinder. One even tried to ceasefire me to death, but luckily that time I had Trap Stun. Trap Stun is amazing. I run 1, and every time I got it, usually it's rarely a -1. If you know when to play it, if you know you got OTK, obviously you play it before you do anything because of counter traps, but usually you can also just chain it to prevent bottomless Torrential, Mirror Force, whatever. So yeah, simply just a really amazing card. So yeah, that's the trap lineup. So the deck worked really well. Like we said before, you don't need full Spoiler in the deck at all. So You just use Goblin Zombie, get the advantage. So here's the extra deck very quick. Just some staples. I didn't get to use the Army Arm Cost Fighter OTK, so yeah. And Scrap Dragon, really good card. You gotta get this. It's not mine, so that's also kind of a message to myself. 1 Black Rose. You don't get to use more than that per duel in this deck. Armor Master. I use this a lot. I use this. I think this is the synchro I brought out the most, maybe besides Brionac and Double King Hades. But yeah, just a beat stake you can get out, synchroing with Goblin Zombie. You get a free monster to your hand and a beat stick on the field. Revive King Hades. Whoa, this card is so amazing. This card single-handedly won me a match against X-Saber. I only faced them once, even though they were the most played deck at the event. But yeah, Viking Hades, just if you're playing X-Saber and he's playing defensively, just never run into his monster's weight until you can get this on the field and make it survive. Even if he uses Mirror Force, you can just bring him back with Mizuki or Book of Life, I believe. Yeah, so just reuse him over and over again, bring him out as often as possible, and only use him to kill the face downs if you're against X-Sabers, decks with Raikos, almost any deck that sets monsters, you will want to bring him out. Now for the side deck, 2 Cyber Dragon, 2 Nobleman, 2 Pulling the Rock, 2 Trap Hole, 2 Digital Master, 1 Snowman Eater, Destinator, 2 Crow, and 1 Mind Crush. I got to use the whole side deck at the event, so not really much I want to change. Pulling the Rock, I figured out this was actually just I always liked Pulling the Rock, but this helped me a lot against Frog Monarch because it just hits every card in the deck, even Swap Frog. Also, the deck has a very bad matchup against gadgets because usually you take several turns or 2 turns to set up, and if you just set Raikou to summon gadget, attack it, you wasted your Raikou because they got a monster to the hand still. So really, gadget are just frustrating to play against with this deck. So I had Pulling the Rock, Cyber Dragon for them. Digital Master against Gladiator Beast, Snowman Eater also against Gladiator Beast, and also against just beat down with Thunder King Ryo and Alias and that kind of stuff. Trap Hole also against stun decks, Dust Tornado, if my opponent sided Dimensional Fissure, Mind Crush against decks that use a lot of card searching. So yeah, and DD Crow also really good against Frog Monarch and so forth. So yeah, that's really the deck. I lost twice to gadgets, as I said before. It had a really bad matchup against gadget, and I made a mistake, so I also kind of a misplay. So I lost against a Blackwing player who busted out Dragon. So yeah, I didn't make it to the top. So, but overall, it was a really nice event. I won a mat in a win-a-mat contest, the Dragon mat, and yeah, I think that's all I got to say. So that's all, folks, and remember, play zombies because they got Dragon, amazing card. See you later.